Hi everyone, welcome to BenderFitness.com. My name is Jesse Bender in absence of my wife Melissa Bender, the much better instructor. She is not feeling very well today and is holding the camera this time, and so in lieu of her absence, you're stuck with me. But that doesn't mean we can't still have a pretty good workout. She showed me how to do these things a while ago. I'll do my best to show them to you as well as she showed me. The very first exercise we have lined up for you, targeting the abs, not just straight down the middle abs, we're talking the obliques and the sides and those certain type of lines, people like to call them. They start up here and head down here, and lower back, which I always need to work on my lower back. So, let's get started. Ring! Lay out your yoga mat. Go ahead and get nice and seated. Legs flat on the floor. Sit nice and tall. This is as tall as I get. Arms stretched back. Give it a nice little degree angle there, like 30-degree angle there. And then what you're going to do is you're going to turn and slap at this hand. Straight back out, turn, slap at this hand. All while in that recline, which I am feeling it already. Is this right, baby?
That's correct. Doing great.
Try your best to keep those legs flat on the floor. Next up is tricep leg lift. So go ahead and assume the position on your mat. Go ahead down onto your forearms. Legs stretched back out in front of you. And go up to a nice straight line. Hopefully I'm fairly straight when I say that. Make sure you're starting to put the pressure on your elbows and the back of your arms. You don't want to sag your hips down or be lifting them straight up in the air. As straight as you possibly can. Now I'm going to lift one leg while trying to flex my foot and put my heel, the back of my heel, to that ceiling. And you should feel it. I feel it immediately in the top of my butt and in my lower back. That means you're doing it right. It'll go left leg, right leg, or vice versa. That's 1. 2. 3.
See your running watch tan line.
4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Next up is triangle push-up. It's just like a normal push-up, only we're going to bring our hands together and make a triangle. Or signaling we're going to do the diamond cutter. Go ahead. Assume the position again on your yoga mat or wherever on the floor. It doesn't have to be on a mat. Put your hands in that same triangle position. You can either have all of your fingers together or spread them apart. Depends on your balance and what feels more comfortable for you. Go ahead and get that nice straight back in the push-up position. And let your elbows bend out a little bit, bringing your chest down and back up. You should feel this up underneath your arms and right up into here in your chest, in the top of your chest and on the lateral sides of your chest. Next up, we're going to target those abs again. Again, not just straight down the middle, but the entire front portion, almost like a big C or U shape. We're going to do bicycles. Go ahead and sit on your mat. Lean back. Go ahead and rest your fingers on the back of your neck. You never want to be cramping your chin down to your chest. And you don't want to be holding a stiff neck. Just as relaxed as you can with your fingers applying a little bit of support on the back of your neck so there's no strain going on either side of your neck. Lift them straight up. I start trembling immediately. I'm going to start with one knee bent, and I'm going to bring opposite elbow to opposite knee. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8, 9, 10,
11.
Alright, next up, we're staying on the ground. We're going to do a quadruped heel press. So go ahead and get on all fours, on your knees and hands. And the idea of this, we're going to start with one leg and go through the entire set with that leg. Then we'll switch to the other leg, not one after the other. I'm going to raise my leg, try to get my thigh parallel with the floor. And the trick is to flex your foot again, trying to raise that heel to the ceiling. Now you do not want your back to be doing a lot of this. You don't want your whole body doing this awkward white guy dance at a wedding on the middle of your floor. The whole idea is to have all the movement only right here at your hip joint, moving that leg up and down. Now there's going to be a little bit of droop just because of the natural curvature of the spine. As long as you don't feel a lot moving there, you're doing it right. Alright. So raise that leg, flex that foot. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, same thing on the opposite side. Raise that leg and lift that heel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Really focus on trying your best only to move your leg, not letting your back go like this.
13, 14.
Alright, I felt pretty good on all fours here. Seems fairly natural for me. So we're going to stay on the ground. We're going to work, since we work the backs of our hips and our backs, we work the fronts. Let's work the outer sides. Let's work the love handle area. Let's work those hip flexors and IT bands. We are going to do hydrants, a maneuver that once got me suspended from school. True story. Go ahead and get back on all fours. Relax that back. Keep it as straight as you can. We'll start with the left leg. Same as last exercise. We're going to do the entire exercise with this side, then this side. No switching. So, you want to bring your leg straight out to the side as if a dog at a hydrant, and immediately I feel that pull in my IT band because I'm very, very unflexible there. And if I keep it there, it starts to cramp. So you don't want to hold it there for too long. Bring it back down. Don't rest your leg back on the mat. The point is to keep it elevated. 2. Keep bringing it straight out to your side. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, same thing on the opposite side. All fours, lift that opposite knee straight out to your side and back without letting it rest on the floor. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Since we're staying on the mat more today, I want to focus on those sides, on the serratus anterior, those little bumps up on the ribs, those high abs, all the way down to this love handle section. And this is my favorite side plank series of moves. A lot of times doing side plank up on my hand can really agitate my shoulder for some reason. So I always do side planks on a resting elbow. Still get a great exercise out of it, don't think that takes away from it. Stack your feet and legs one on top of the other, start on whichever side you want to. Plant that elbow right below your shoulder. Lift that hip up. I rest my hand on the back of my head, just lightly keeping it there. I drop my hip to lightly tap the floor, raise it up as high as I can, and then tap the floor with my elbow. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, done with one side, always balance it out with the other, whether it's front and back or side and side. So I'm going to lay back down on the mat, stack my feet, stack my legs, try to get in a straight line as if I was just walking up the wall. Elbow right beneath my shoulder. And we're going to lift up, assume the position, tap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For the next exercise, we're going to stand up, going to grab some weights. The manly man that I am, I'm going with 5 pounds because really, that's all the much more my shoulders can take at this moment, especially for this exercise. This is a new one. What's the official name of this one?
Delt rotation.
Delt rotation. No wonder I can only do 5 on each side, because we're working those delts, and we're going to focus on the area in your back in between your scapula, in between those shoulder blades, those wings. As you can see, my shoulders like to go forward from all those years of running, so I'm going to try my best to pull them back and get a much better posture. I'll show you from the front and the back. Get a weight or soup can or anything safe that has about the same weight in either side. We're going to raise it up to 90 degrees. The whole time your elbows aren't going to move. All the movement is going to be up here in your shoulders. Try to get those weights 90 degrees parallel with the floor here, and we're going to raise them up and raise it back down. Raise it up and back down. And you'll feel it immediately as those muscles pull to raise your arms back up and back down. Let me show you from the back. Up and down. Does it look okay?
Looks good.
How's my rear view?
It's good. Love that rear view.
Thank you so much for joining me for today's workout. I always wanted to end a video like that. Don't worry, Melissa will be back tomorrow hosting her own excellent workout videos. So if you like what you saw, especially the videos with her, make sure you click subscribe. The more the merrier. We love to hear from everybody. We love everybody's input. Everybody has been so positive and so helpful with this website, and we hope that we can give back half of what you've given to us. So make sure to go to benderfitness.com for well over 200 other workouts. I know because I film all of them. Recipes, lifestyle tips, a plethora of many other fitness and healthy tips for you and your life. And thank you for joining us today. Don't worry, Melissa will be back soon.